Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. This is going to be an interesting segment to my super chat. Thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. Hillary Clinton didn't deliberately mishandle classified information. Yes! Vox, MSNBC, Hillary Clinton cleared of wrongdoing in email probe. Says who? Who said this? Cleared of wrongdoing? Cleared of wrongdoing, really? The New York Times State Department inquiry into Clinton emails finds no deliberate mishandling of classified intelligence. So what? So what? Who cares? That has absolutely nothing, absolutely positively nothing to do with what actually happened. Only Comey brought up the issue of intent. Only Comey made that an issue that was never, not even really part of the legal statute that applies. When the draft was originally given to James Comey, and he was going to read exactly what took place, the phrase gross negligence, quote, gross negligence, end quote, was used. That is literally the phrase used within the legal statute, so they crossed it out and they used extremely careless. Who cares? Who cares if there's no first of all, there was obviously deliberate mishandling. Okay. Secondly, as with all of these nonsensical internal investigations, they want a handwritten letter saying, we are deliberately sending emails that are top secret to Clinton's inbox. Signed. I mean, there's zero plausible deniability for Trump. I mean, absolutely zero. And then when they're caught with their pants down or caught with their hands in the cookie jar, Biden, for example, they're like, oh, well, obviously he didn't do anything in terms of quid pro quo. I mean, obviously, there's no reason to think that Biden was serious about what he was bragging. He literally was bragging about quid pro quo. L. Ron Humperdinck, hello. He was literally bragging about getting another country to let go of a prosecutor that just happened to, just a coinkydink, look into his son's corporation that was funneling millions of dollars. But anyway, there was never the issue of intent. The issue of intent never factored into the 18 U.S. Code. So this is 793F. U.S. Code 793F. It literally talks about gross negligence. There's never any... The determining factor in whether or not to have charged the Golden Moo Clinton had never had anything to do with intent, ever. And furthermore, you don't unintentionally, by accident, by mistake, I don't know what I was doing, use servers outside of the United States government. That does not happen unintentionally. Eric H526. Thank you, Eric H526, always for your support, for your help. And this is greatly appreciated. The issue of intent was a fabricated smokescreen. And they're now talking about the Clinton email debacle by saying, oh my God, Clinton's going to run, and when she runs, You better not talk about the email issue because it's been wrapped up. It's over. It's water under the bridge. It's swept under the rug. There's nothing to talk about. It's over. She's fine. It happened. It was an accident. The check's in the mail. The dog, ate all the homework. It was just, unintentional. Nobody intended to do it. And, God himself set up those servers, and there's just nothing to talk about anymore. We wipe our hands of all of it. We wipe our hands of all of it because Clinton wouldn't do anything intentionally, would she? And now you get everyone, I think that I think we should put this issue to bed. And I think that everyone deserves an apology from the way the mainstream talked about this issue. Everyone apologize to the Golden Moo. She's right there, right in my ear. She's right there in my ear. Let me move here. Okay. She's going to run. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, she's going to run. And I've been telling you since 2017. She's going to run. She's going to lose. And it's just a matter of what happens to the country with the unyielding, never-ending barrage of just, essentially it's propaganda. I mean, the definition of Trump could never have gotten away with a third of what, not even 10%, 1/10 of what Clinton got away with. The issue was 600 security breaches, cybersecurity breaches, 600. And then they go into it, well, some people were culpable, and most were not, and culpable, and responsible, and had knowledge of, and intent. Who cares? Who cares who knew, who intentionally sent Clinton classified data, or who didn't intentionally send? The system existed so Hillary Clinton and the Golden Moo could hide her communication from the United States government. This is a fact. She had 22 top secret emails. This is a fact. President Obama states he doesn't know. He didn't know. But then in the campaign email, Cheryl Mills says, well, he knew. Thank you, Eric H526. Yeah, everybody check out that Huffington Post article. Hillary Clinton 2020 is a reality. Get ready for 8 years of Trump. That's below in the pinned comment. And so you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where there's some way, we don't know how, there is some way that Clinton was able to transfer top secret or get top secret intelligence on her within her inbox. Clinton's email Vox. Clinton's email practices were risky but not malicious. Not malicious. State Department finds not malicious. There wasn't malice. You mean there was only altruism and the most noble emotions when setting up servers that the United States government never knew of, theoretically? Investigators found no deliberate mishandling of classified information by Clinton or her aides. Deliberate mishandling? But they found mishandling. Did they find unintentional mishandling? Yes. So the unintentional mishandling, why did that happen? Because they had servers outside of the United States government that they unintentionally set up. Then you get Jared Kushner used WhatsApp. Okay. And what does that have to do with servers storing and sending and receiving top secret and special access program, SAP intel, and classified data. This is all fact. A multi-year State Department investigation into the private email server that haunted Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign is complete. The Justice Department isn't complete at all. After reviewing 33,000 emails sent to or from Clinton, but hey, wait a second. There were actually some 30,000 emails deleted. Did they review those? Oh, that's right. They didn't. That's right. Because she deleted those. What were those about? If Trump deleted half an email, it would be hashtag half email. Michael Moorhead, H.A. Goodman, Truth Plus Humor, the real king of late night. Thank you, Michael Moorhead. Thank you. Thank you, Michael Moorhead. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Greatly appreciate the kind words. After reviewing 33,000 emails, what about, did they review the deleted emails? Oh, that's right. They couldn't review the deleted emails because they no longer exist. Oh. These emails were about yoga. Well, you had no right to even place them anywhere outside of the United States government if you mingled top secret intel alongside these yoga emails. But anyway, investigators found that the former Secretary of State's practice of using a private email server for official work presented a security risk. Oh, okay. Do you think? You think there was a security risk? So there's a security risk, so I don't see how this exonerates anyone, but said there was no systemic, deliberate mishandling of classified information. Okay, that's nonsense, but even if it's true, what about the 600 security violations and the security risk by Clinton or associates? Well, then how did they set up the servers? Has anybody ever asked that? According to a State Department report, the report is all about all of these security breaches, security mishaps, security risks. But because there was no systemic or deliberate mishandling, so therefore the mishandling of classified information is okay. That's not even what the statute states. One statute of the legal code it just says gross negligence. So if you have around 600 security violations, that's obviously gross negligence. This isn't rocket science. But they make everything out to... I'm telling you, they win when they lose. And this is yet another reason why they're not going to win in 2020 with Clinton. Clinton will lose again. It ain't going to be Warren, and it ain't going to be Biden. So just basic process of elimination. You find out, yeah, it's the golden moo-moo again. And when it happens, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be here on this channel from that day up until Election Day and beyond, because I am the only person in all of YouTube, in all of political media, in all of journalism that wrote in the Huffington Post, Clinton 2020 is a reality. Get ready for 8 years of Trump. In 2017, I wrote this. In February of 2017. And I kept on saying it, and she's going to run because this is a theatrical performance. And I am not predicting this because it could be a week before Super Tuesday in March of 2020. I have no clue. I have no clue when Clinton's running, and I have no clue who her VP will be. But I can imagine. I mean, if they're smart, they'll put her in the fourth debate. Dances reluctantly. I bought a world clock from Publishers Clearinghouse for $20. The pieces that make the battery compartment work fell apart immediately when I received and opened it. Dances reluctantly. Thank you. I bought a world clock from Publishers Clearinghouse for Nice. The pieces that make the battery compartment work fell apart immediately when I received it and opened it. Well, that's not good. That make the battery compartment... Oh, my God, really? The pieces that make the battery compartment work fell apart? when I received it and opened it. I hope it still works. Dan says reluctantly, thank you. Thank you. That's not good of Publishers Clearinghouse. Carl's opinion. You are too kind, Carl's opinion, and generous and wonderful, and thank you. Dan says reluctantly, thank you. Roach, thank you. Carl's opinion. Everyone subscribe to Carl's opinion right now. He has a great channel. Hey, Mr. Goodman and AOC and the Justice Democrats that just gave Hillary another opening by endorsing Bernie. They further split the left and no one in the center except Hillary after Biden continues his free fall. Carl's opinion, you just reminded me. Carl's opinion. Dancers reluctantly, thank you. Carl's opinion, you just reminded me something. And this is Great Minds Think Alike, Carl. And say hello to Cartman. Great minds think alike, Carl. And Biden running out of money. Oh, Biden running out of money. Biden seeks to fundraise off fact he's running out of money. So, yeah. He is not even 1%. He's got 0.08% Biden. Because I believe he got 0.08% in 2008. But Joe Biden's presidential campaign admitted it was worried, this was the Friday, about its finances after it ended the third quarter of 2019 with far less cash on hand than its top competitors. Just under $9 million. Bernie Sanders and Warren at $33 million. So, I don't know how, Carl, I don't know how he's going to make it. Loud citizen! Send Hillary 2 boxes of Quaker Oats. So, Carl's opinion, I don't know how he's going to make it. He's running out of money. He's running out of money, honey. Martin Ellen, thank you. How is he going to make it? If he's running out of money and it's October of 2019, how is he going to make it? And if Elizabeth Warren is asked about her failed DNA test and then asked about how that affected certain things like, jobs or academic issues. That campaign is done on the left. People, I don't want to go back. And Carl, thank you so very much as always. You are extremely, extremely generous and kind, and thank you. Dances reluctantly, thank you so much, and I hope that the clock does work or you get a new clock. People, I don't want to bring up the fact that I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet in 2015 and 2016. All the people who claim not to like me, who said vote for Clinton, and who will say vote for Clinton 2020, if you said vote for Clinton in 2016, you weren't a Bernie supporter, I'm sorry. So you can just you could pretend that you were, you could pretend that you are, you could pretend that you're on the left, you could pretend, but like the great MC Breed stated in the early 90s, ain't no future in your frontin'. So you can pretend, you can front, you can do all everything you like. But back in 2015, 2016, Bernie Sanders had no problem raising money. Bernie Sanders had no problem generating publicity, even when he was not being covered by the media. Now, he turned out to be somebody I thought that he wasn't, but there was something special for a moment about Bernie's campaign that cannot be duplicated and never will be duplicated, I don't think. And Biden does not have that. Neither does Warren. Neither does this reincarnation of Bernie 2016. Trumpet news! So, Carl, thank you very much. And you brought up you made me think of a great point. Biden has no money, honey. He's got no money. You know, you need. He's not even advertising online, which really doesn't matter, actually. But it's like trumpet news. You got to admit, he has a bit more juice to run than Hillary had. Remember, Hillary could do that. Biden, well, I mean, Biden, yes, I mean, I don't know. He turned into a reptile on national television. Biden, I don't think looks good. I think that Hillary looks better than Biden physically, and, you know. Loud Citizen, Grape Nuts, Biden, yes. Trumpet News, thank you. Carl, they're running out of money. They're running out of money, Carl. He doesn't have enough. He's actually spent more money last quarter than he raised. There's zero enthusiasm. Zero enthusiasm. There's no enthusiasm for Warren either. There's no enthusiasm for Warren because the thing is, subconsciously, everyone knows because they're here. They're like, why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask? What was that? Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask? Oh my God, no. Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask? Oh my God, she's coming closer. Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask? She's back! Carl's opinion! Agree. Need lots of money, especially in Iowa caucus. Need lots of organization to get people out to the polls in bad weather and to stay for a few hours. Exactly. Carl's opinion. Thank you. And also, a lot of this goes back to old school word of mouth. You know, you're at a dinner party, Carl's opinion. You're with your friends. You're getting berated for voting for Trump. You're getting demeaned like I do. You're getting insulted. And then and then I'm like, well, who do you think? Because I let people know. I say, you know, Clinton's running. You're going to lose with Clinton. And then they say, no, what? No, I never even heard of it. I never even heard. She's not even running. Why are you so petrified? Number one. Number two. I ask, well, who do you think's gonna be your nominee to the Democrats? Friends of mine. Well, Biden. Do you mean that? Well, you know, Warren. Do you really mean that? Yeah, I do. Do you mean that? Do you really think Warren's gonna be nominee? Come on. Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that? Warren, do you know anything that she's up to? No. Well, then why do you think it's Warren? I mean, why do you like Warren? Well, she's just like Bernie. Well, then why not vote for Bernie? They're completely dysfunctional. Roach, thank you. Loud Citizen. I keep forgetting, is Hillary the queen of warm muffin? That's pretty good. Abdil Stover. I think he ran so he could claim the Ukraine investigation was about election interference and provide fake. That's true. That could be. I mean, look. We already know that they organized and coordinated against Bernard Sanders. Carl's opinion, thank you. Dances reluctantly, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Abdil Stover, thank you. Well, isn't this a novel idea? Why don't you just get Biden and Warren to take the luster off my campaign, make it more difficult for me, and then we can have just the queen of warm muffins, Madam Cyberhack, who, thank God, was cleared of intentionally giving all of our secrets to other countries because everything she did was unintentional, which makes it much better. Biden seeks to fundraise off the fact he's running out of money. How is this how is this a good campaign? I mean, turning into a reptile on national television, fighting cornflakes and grape nuts. Cornflakes. Cornflakes. It's like trumpet news. The problem is left thinks because the mainstream is on their side, whoever they back is going to destroy Trump. Exactly, pre-election giddiness. Well, they also live in their own world. Like trumpet news, they actually think that Trump's going to get convicted in the Senate because of Romney, and they all love Mitt Romney now. Mitt Romney's like, I'm one of you. I'm like you. I am a good conservative that you can work with. I'm not orange. I am like you. I have my friends who are Democrats. I'm like you. I am not orange. Look at my hair. Does it look orange? No. I want to keep Americans in never-ending conflict. I am so... Hey, you know what? I've never insulted anyone in my life. I long for the day when people are just happy and getting together and I long for the day where we could be one country again. Not one orange, cosmic problem. Orange bad. Ian Bloom! I'm losing my faith in Hillary getting the nomination. I think she clowned herself too hard, overplayed her hand, and may have. Ian, I hear you. I hear you on this. And whereas you and I and everyone sane sees this as clowning, I'm telling you, Democrats, the night before, it's almost uncanny. The night before Clinton went after Tulsi Gabbard, I was speaking to one of my buddies, and he was telling me how much he couldn't stand Gabbard. He's a hardcore Democrat, and he didn't like Gabbard, he didn't like her. So the next day, Clinton goes after Gabbard, said, the Russians are cultivating. It was nonsense. Okay, obvious. Not everyone they don't like is a Kremlin spy. But it was just uncanny because you have to understand they like this. You have to understand something about the golden muumuu. They say that Trump could do anything and people will vote for him. That's not true. Clinton could do absolutely anything. And they'll be like, you know what? Trump is worse. Ian, I think that even if she doesn't announce until a week before Super Tuesday, I don't think she'll announce this week or next week or even the week after. I think there's a chance. I mean, I could imagine her in the fourth debate. I don't know. I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue when Clinton will run, and I have absolutely no clue who her vice president will be, but she's running. Believe me, if she doesn't run, you'll see me at the DNC with the sign, Hillary 2020. I'd be like, Hillary 2020, Hillary 2020, Hillary 2020, Clinton 2020. I'll be like, former Bernie bro, H.A. Badman, shows up at the DNC trying to get Secretary Clinton to write. H.A. Badman knows no shame. Don't worry about deadlines or dates. They cheated Bernie. They cheated Bernie. Everything's like, we filed the secret paperwork. It's fine. They have no rules. We already know they have no rules. They have no rules. They have no rules. They cheated Bernie Sanders. It was a secret agreement we didn't know of until after they cheated. I like Van Jones. Trumpet news! Van Jones, I like a lot. He also wrote a great article on CNN regarding the prison reform legislation and the First Step Act. And when I was on CNN International, because I was on CNN International, Van Jones was there also, and he's a very, very nice person. I think that was good. But you got to understand also, this is viewed as tough. Golden Moo tough. You know, what we find egregious, they find, oh, it's great. They have an answer for everything. It's usually not a good answer, but they have an answer for everything. So, I just, I have no clue when, but believe me, Clinton, Madam Cyberhack, the Golden Moo would have to be the worst politician of all time not to run. Because she would literally not want the presidency anymore because it's hers for the taking in terms of the Democratic nomination. Well, she runs the whole thing, but it's like, just, let's say, for example, she didn't run the whole thing. Let's say, for example, that my wife and I actually didn't run the Democratic Party. So let's just say there was, everybody had a chance. Let's say, for example, everybody had a chance. Who are they looking at? Cornflakes. Cornflakes. And then Warren is another Bernie. So, and the hilarious thing is that Bernie supporters don't like Warren. And I don't really know who Warren supporters are. Like, I don't know what there are no Warren bros. They're Bernie bros. But I don't like... Elizabeth Warren supporters are people who will vote for Clinton in a heartbeat, who are just marginally more, left-leaning. So let's just see. Hold on. Elizabeth Warren. Like, if you say hashtag Elizabeth Warren, like, it's just like there's no passion, there's no nothing. There's just nothing. There's no nothing. I mean, it's really like, where's the passion? You think that Elizabeth Warren is going to fill a stadium or a large venue? I just don't think so. In fact, I know so. One thing about Bernie Sanders, and, God bless him, I disagree with him vehemently. Mainly his inability to call out obvious nonsense regarding the whole Russia nonsense. Oh, yeah, Trump worked with Putin. Tulsi worked with Putin. Oh, by the way, thanks, Bernie, for defending Tulsi. That's really nice of you. Not. What was that? You called Tulsi a operative of Russia? I'm staying out of this one. Let's be honest, okay? Okay. That's my defense. Be honest about what? Can you just say anything? Oh, this is great. Warren is like it's hilarious how I'm not going to give you their names. It's hilarious how they really think that this isn't about Clinton, and all the Democratic operatives are like, I like Bernie now. He's really great. Loud citizen. Embodiment of Well, right, well, I'll tell you once more. All right, let's... Loud Citizen, all right. Harbor 71, God bless you. Thank you. They're like, all these Democratic strategists are clowning. They're clowning the progressive, left-leaning progressives or Bernie supporters or Warren supporters. Are like, yeah, you know, I really like Bernie this year. Yeah, you like Bernie this year because he can't win. Because there's 1,500 candidates, and you know that there is no chance of winning because he was cheated, and he's not a threat anymore to the Democratic Party. So I really love Bernie this year. Oh, really? Did you love him in 2015 when I loved him? No, you didn't. Carl's opinion! Warren downplays AOC's endorsement. I am a fan of the congresswoman. She's done some terrific work. We have worked together, and I know that once this primary is over, we're all going to be on the same side. Exactly. Carl's opinion. Look. Carl's opinion. Where was Bernie Sanders defending Tulsi Gabbard? Okay? Did he? Let me see this. Where is AOC defending Tulsi Gabbard? They're all... let's see. Bernie hasn't defended Tulsi Gabbard. Just like Elizabeth Warren, Carl didn't back Bernie Sanders. By the way, Elizabeth, thank you so much for that endorsement in 2016. Oh, that's right, you didn't. Oh, wow. Thank you so very much. Carl, thank you so very much. Carl's everyone. Subscribe. Sub to Carl's Opinions channel. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. Thank you so very much for backing me in 2016, Elizabeth. That was really great of you. That was absolutely fantastic. You know, it really warmed my heart. Oh, that's right, you didn't back me. What you did do was that song, Backstabbers. Actually, the word back describes what you did. It's the OJs. They're smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The Backstabbers. That's what you did to me, Elizabeth. No problem. Elizabeth Warren, thanks so much for nothing. With friends like you, who needs enemies? So it's like Carl's opinion. Thank you so very much. It's like it's the people say like, well, how on earth are you going to how on earth are you going to look at this primary, this ridiculous, absurd, nonsensical, theatrical primary and say that somebody from that dysfunctional group of Democrats, look how many people there are, everyone! Behold! Yay! Oh, look! We have 35,000 contestants and candidates. This is totally not rigged. Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask? What? What's that sound? Why aren't I 50 points ahead? Oh, okay. They're not going with Warren. I spent my whole life on the left, on the far left. I can tell you they're not going with Warren. They ain't going with Warren. There's zero grassroots support for Warren. Zero. No, there's some. But there's zero, like, Gary Riley. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. And Carl's opinion, thank you. As always, Carl, thank you. Very, very much. Gary, thank you. They cheated Bernie Sanders. They cheated Bernie Sanders. Read the DNC emails. They cheated him. They were written by the grubby little fingers of a wonderful, wonderful human being. The love of my life, Deborah Wasserman. Oh, how I love you. They're not going, this is not a fair primary. They're paving the way for Clinton again because let's say I was wrong this whole time for 2 years. Who do they have? Would you spend $10, just $10 to hear Biden speak? Yes or no? Let's see how long the delay is here. Honestly, and it's okay if it's yes, because it's only $10. I mean, I would spend $10 to see Biden speak. But I want to know if anyone else would. Would you spend $10 to see Biden speak? Eric H5. Eric H526. Trumpet news. Trump has taken the liberal platform away from them, and yet has conservatives eating out of his hand. You called this next election an epic landslide. Thank you. HJ will go down in history as a political prophet. Thank you very much. Trumpet news. Trumpet news. Thank you. Carl's opinion. Thank you. Trumpet news. Thanks for the kind words. Doug F610. Are the dominoes ready to fall soon? Doug F610. Doug F610. Trumpet news. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, as always. The dominoes are set up. So now we just need Hillary. Oh, honey, don't touch that one domino. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's like the scene from The Toy. Loud citizen. Election anniversary Trump. Doug F610. The dominoes are set up. So. But they have nobody. I mean, would you spend 10 cents to hear Biden speak? 10 cents. Just a dime. 10 cents. Yes or no? Thank you, Joshua. Thank you. I want to let you know something. I've been practicing with Hillary. I put orange all over my face. I put orange spray on my hair. I put a pillow under my jacket and in my shirt. And guess who I am? I'm Trump. And I give it to the Golden Moo. And I'm like, you used a private server. I'm trying to get her ready for the debates. Oh my God. Just run already. Clinton, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop it. I will re-register as a Democrat and just vote for Clinton. Let me write her in. Oh my God, when she runs, and then you have all the people who are like, Medicare for all, man. Bad, H.A. bad man. Oh. If anyone told you to vote for Clinton, Rosine, hello. If anyone told you to vote for Clinton, and they're like, if anyone told you to vote for Clinton in 2016, like, better get wrong, man. They're going to tell you to vote for Clinton in 2020. But they're going to be like, Orange man bad. Vote for Clinton. Angela Goodwin. We have KGB Road here in Wasilla. So we all... Don't tell anyone. Tulsi and Steiner are in good company, but KGB here stands for Nick Goose Bay. Cool. Doug F610. Carl's Opinion Trumpet News. It's all ready. This is a polite message to the imbeciles who happen to be, running the Golden Moo-Moo's 2020 campaign. Hurry it up! Stop it! You're not fooling anyone! We're totally not running. We're all about Biden and calling Tulsi a Russian operative. And Warren. Warren is very, uplifting. Makes me want to take a nap. I mean, have you ever listened to Warren and said, God, I want to just do this? So excited, yes. This is so uplifting, yes. She's so motivating. This is me when I hear Warren. Has anyone ever said, Elizabeth Warren motivates me? James Whalen! Trump is making the media and Democrats. It's more evident every day. Trump is trying and succeeding to correct all the mistakes Washington's made for 50 years. He has. James Whalen, he has. And they have convinced themselves, and James, this is an interesting point that you bring up. Because of that, James Whalen and Doug F610, because of that, they've convinced themselves that not only do they not like Trump, but that he represents something that is so sinister that they have to project their anger and frustration and resentment upon everyone else. They're not going to be happy people when he wins again. He's scaling back U.S. foreign policy. Is that really making a difference? I'm not going to get into it here on the live stream, but yeah, it does make a difference. Ultimately, I want him to bring home all Americans. But there's a New York Times article that I cite. They know what the policy is. The overall policy is to bring home all Americans. The overall policy is to ensure that China understand. Look, China, the future of the global economy is China and India. It's not us. We're third. And like France and everyone else, the UK, like oh my God, Trump. Oh mon Dieu, Trump. They don't realize that they're not even going to be in the top 10 economies. Some of them aren't even going to be in the top 20 in 30 years. So, James Whalen, thank you. Doug F610, thank you. Carl, thank you. Joey, that was good. That was good. After this, I'm going to listen to one of Elizabeth Warren's speeches and get myself riled up to do something fantastic and amazing. Elizabeth Warren is so motivating. Said nobody ever. I'm going to listen to Biden. Cocoa Puffs. Cornflakes. Really? That's really good, Biden. fantastic. Yeah, grape nuts. And like you see, like the only person that goes for the jugular is Tulsi Gabbard. That's why when Clinton called her a Russian operative, everyone else, most except Andrew Yang was the only person to stand up for Tulsi Gabbard. Everyone else was like, I don't know what to say. The Golden Moo he runs the show, so. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at Warren. Let's just really quickly, because we know Biden is 0.08% Biden. So hold on, Biden 2008 0.08 Iowa. Okay, so here, Joe Biden's. Oh my God, that's funny. Less than 1%. In 2008, he got less than 1% of the Iowa caucus. He's 0.08% Biden. Even President Obama won't endorse his own vice president. Oh, don't you see he doesn't want to tip the scales? Like, no, wouldn't be tipping any scales. He tipped the scales with Clinton. Like, she wouldn't harm anything with the private servers outside. Come on. She had private servers with top secret intel. Come on, no big deal. What's up? No problem. Come on. Elizabeth Warren. Just type in Elizabeth Warren. Let's see what you get. Elizabeth Warren. Is it that Warren, stuns the crowd with amazing speech? Elizabeth Warren says she will release a plan to finance Medicare for all. How about passing a Medicare for all bill in the House? How about championing a Medicare for all bill in the Senate? Bernie has one. I mean, there's already a bill in the Senate. They're the biggest. All they do is deceive, and all they do is lie and deceive. Mitt Romney, Republicans keep quiet on Trump because they fear Elizabeth Warren? What? What? Okay, Mittens. Now he's trying to actually undermine Democrats here. But there's another reason which is more elevated, and that people genuinely believe, as I do, that conservative principles are better for our country and for working people than liberal principles, and that if Elizabeth Warren were to become president, for instance, that would not be good for the American people. Well, Mittens, you don't have to worry about that, do you? We know you want to. Mittens Romney wants to go up against Trump. He thinks in 2024 they're going to call him. Don't you remember me? I was the good Republican. People who couldn't stand Trump said they would vote for me. I'm the good Republican. Look at my hair. Look at my demeanor. I'm not overweight, am I? That's Trump. He's orange and fat. But I'm very nice. Look at my Twitter. I am very nice to everyone. And I'm conservative, and I'm thin, and my hair's perfectly coiffed. You want to vote for Mittens Romney. You want a different world from the orange catastrophe we have called Trump. So vote for me, Mittens, in 2024. Angela Goodwin! H.E., did you hear Itvo's Lauren University are Jessup 2019 world champions. They beat Harvard and Columbia University and many others. And English is... I did... Angela, thank you. Thank you. I don't know if I'm reading that correctly, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. So, Warren says she will reveal planned Medicare for all very soon. Wow, that is inspiring. That is really inspiring. She's on her way to win. This is hilarious. When they realize that everything's rigged, it'll be so fantastic. Exactly. I don't worry about my coiffed hair. I save thousands on hair gel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. To my super chat, thank you so very, very. Angela Goodwin, thank you. James Whalen, thank you. Carl's Opinion, thank you so very, very much. Carl and Cartman, thank you. Doug F610, thank you. Everyone, thank you. To all my super chat, thank you. To everyone here, almost 700 people, thank you. God bless you. Eric H526, thank you very, very much. Mittens Romney, thank you. What can I say? God bless, and I will see you all tomorrow. This year is going to be awesome. Absolutely awesome.